Well, joining us now from Doha is Middle East political analyst Luciano Zaccara. Really good to have you back with us, Luciano. Can we start by talking about this ceasefire that is considered to still largely be holding despite Israeli violations? Now, Donald Trump says that phase 2 of this deal should be imminent, and that's despite the so-called Board of Peace and the International Stabilisation Force yet to be implemented as mandated under this proposal. What does this delay say about the viability of Trump's peace plan?
Well, still, I consider that it's not viable. I mean, we are reporting every day, we are seeing reports every day of violations of the ceasefire on one side. How it will be possible to implement a second phase that hasn't been agreed so far? I mean, we don't have still a decision about who is going to be part of this international stabilization force and how it will operate, which with mandate, and how they will implement the things that supposedly it was decided in the United Nations Security Council resolution, which is disarming Hamas. This is something that Hamas already said that they will not accept, and how the force that hasn't been confirmed yet will implement this. Supposedly this second phase is imminent, depending on the last body, remains of the body returned to Israel. But once this is done, supposedly it should be implemented immediately. And we don't have anything prepared so far. So these violations will continue without the Security Council doing anything to prevent this violation to continue. Who is having a mandate to prevent Israel to do that? I mean, to keep using the force when it is supposed the violence to have stopped at least 2 months ago.
As you say, Hamas is refusing to disarm. The group says it can't do so amid ongoing Israeli violations. Given that the disarmament of Hamas is a key aspect of this US peace proposal, how crucial is that issue in terms of preventing the progression to the second phase of the deal?
Well, the problem is, according to what I understand, they will blame Hamas for not willing to disarm, when we see that in the last 2 months, they were not given any chance to stop defending themselves because the fight is still ongoing. The war did not stop the day of the agreement was signed. The violence did not stop. Killing of Palestinian civilians did not stop. So why the UN Security Council will force Hamas to do something if they are not forcing the other part to stop the violence? I think this is the key point. And I don't see the international community worried about the violations they are being committed by Israel since 2 months ago until now. So I don't see how this can be ended. And if the UN will force the international forces, either they are from Turkey, Indonesia, or other Arab and Muslim country, to do the dirty job that Israel wants them to do, which is disarm Hamas, if the violence did not stop in all these 2 months.
Now, when we talk about the stabilisation force that's mandated under this US proposal, several countries say that it won't participate in such a force unless Turkey is involved. Of course, we know Israel says Turkey cannot be involved in such a force. How crucial is that issue, do you think, in terms of really allowing this deal to get to the next stage?
Well, moreover, considering that Hamas has also rejected that and has also rejected the fact that troops, they are not from the region, would be participating in this stabilization force. So my main concern here is that there is no agreement at all in this force, neither a clear mandate on how they're going to do it and who will be part of that. So if there is no agreement, we know that if Israel is not accepting something, this will not happen. So the only one that has the ability or the capacity, even given and supported by the United States, something that should happen in Palestine is only if Israel allows this to happen. So if Israel is not in agreement with any particular country to be part of this force, it will not be part of the force. The United Nations Security Council will never force Israel to accept any country to participate in the force because they don't want to do it. So The only one that they can force to accept something that they don't want is Hamas. The problem is how they will do it without using violence and force, as it has been until now.
Okay, Luciano Zaccara, we'll have to leave it there. Great to get your analysis as always. Thank you.